Hello friends, this is Dr. Atul Kumar Vaibhav, MBBS from AIMS Patna. So friends, yesterday was INICET November examination, and this video is all about it because I will give my opinion about INICET November exam, like how was the difficulty level and whether the cutoff is expected to go low this time. We'll talk about all those things. According to my experience, I will give my opinion in this video. So yes, let's begin. So one word that can be said about the questions this time is that the questions were a bit weird. Okay, and there were like multiple choice type questions were there, and in some questions the options were like we couldn't make anything out of it, that what they are trying to say in the options. Some questions were like that, and there were, on the other hand, to match the following questions were too easy because you didn't have to match like multiple things in multiple options. It was pretty straightforward. The options were pretty straightforward. So yeah, but overall difficulty, if I would have to say, then according to my experience, it was on the level of May INICT, I would say. A little bit difficult, you can say, a little bit difficult, a little bit trickier. There were questions that were multiple choice correct types, but not as many as there were in May. In May exam, there were a lot more questions of such type, multiple options type. But the questions were trickier this time, and the options were also very tricky. So one thing is for sure is that one myth is busted, that November INIs are easier. Now we can't say that November INIs are easier. Okay, they used to be quite easy and cutoff used to be quite high in the November INICT, but this time I think the cutoff will be almost the same as May INICT, maybe a little bit lower, but don't expect too much change. Okay, I don't think it will be too much low, but yeah, it might be a little bit lower because the exam difficulty according to me was from moderate to difficult level. Yes, some questions were definitely easy, but yeah, it was from moderate to difficult level. And many of you might be thinking about silly mistakes and all. Then I would like to say that yes, silly mistakes are there, and during the heat of the moment, I also made a lot of silly mistakes. I think lots and lots of silly mistakes. When I sat to see the recalls, then first I saw like radio, then it was quite good. Then ops gynae quite good, microbiology quite good. But when I came to pharmacology, there were of course simple questions that went wrong due to silly mistakes in micro and all. But when I came to pharmacology, a lot of questions started coming wrong. Then what I decided was not to view the recalls any further, because it will create unnecessary tension and undue pressure, because whatever we have given is now locked, like the votes are locked in an EVM machine. It's something like that only. So now we must wait for the result day. And for all of you, those who might be thinking to watch any recalls, maybe of any faculty or whatever, I would recommend for your mental peace and mental health that you must not watch any recalls. Just sit and relax for a few days. On 15th in the evening, the results will come and everything will be clear, whether you will be getting your desired branch or desired college or not. It will all be very clear. But yeah, silly mistakes do happen, and it happened in my case. I think a lot of silly mistakes, it might have happened on your side also, but we must not worry about these things. Yeah, it's easier to say from my end because I have already a good rank in NEET PG, so I have a good backup, so I am a bit more relaxed than many of you might be, because many of you might be more tensed about this. But I don't think being tensed is a good option, and viewing recalls is a good option, because it will create unnecessary pressure. Because in this exam, multiple option correct type questions were there, and several tricky questions and tricky options were there. So I don't think you will be able to get an accurate recall, because the question language and all are different in the main paper, and in the recalls it becomes more different. Okay, and as the paper difficulty becomes higher, the recalls become less and less accurate. Okay, there is inverse relationship. In the NEET exam, when the questions were not too difficult, options were not too difficult, then also the recalls were not accurate. So in INICT, I don't think the recalls will be very accurate. So you must refrain from watching these for your own mental peace and mental health. A very important thing that I would like to talk is destiny, that is kismat. A lot of things depend on your kismat. Whatever you might have studied in the last few days, revised in the last few days, and those things might have come. For many of us who were like busy in the counseling and all, who did not get maybe enough time to revise, or whatever be the reason, then because of your bad luck, you might have not scored that much. And it is a very true statement which I am telling. Kismat or destiny is a thing. You will get what you are destined to get, and at the right time and at the right place and the right moment. Okay, so you will get what you are destined to get, so you must not worry about it. And when the kismat is correct, then whatever you mark, okay, that becomes correct. Like two confusing options are there, and if you mark a particular option, and if your destiny is supporting you, then, or your kismat is supporting you, then you will get it correct. And if your kismat is bad, then whatever you mark, it will get wrong. In the two whenever you have to select between two options, whichever option you will mark, it will get wrong. So yeah, we must not worry about these things. It's all about destiny finally. Some people would say that it is easier to blame destiny, but yeah, according to me, it is true to a quite large extent. Luck, destiny, kismat, whatever you call it, it plays a very important role in our success and in our lives, I would say. So we must not worry a lot. We must just sit back and relax and let the universe do its thing, and let it drive us into whatever we are destined to get. So one thing is very certain, that we have all done very hard work. Okay, we have done a lot of hard work. We have put in our efforts. Many of us, like in my case, I can say that since I had already got quite a good rank in NEET PG, then I was a little bit relaxed. I did not give a lot, like 100%. That's truth. But yeah, it's all natural. Whenever somebody gets a good rank, then in majority of the cases, I'm not telling in all cases, but in majority of the cases, people become too relaxed and too they don't feel to study. It all feels like a pressure, like a boj, we say, like a huge load on our heads to even study even a single page. So yeah, it happened to me also. Giving GTs and all was like, before NEET PG I used to give lots and lots of GTs. Okay, but this time very few GTs, because I did not feel giving GTs, because I already had a good backup or plan B, what you can say. And because of this plan B, it is very possible that it becomes a plan A now, because of the INICT debacle which might have happened. We cannot say before the results, definitely. Let's wait for the results. Till that, let us enjoy, let us go somewhere, focus on our health, make our health a little bit better, so that we can tolerate the hectic JR ship. And for others who have not got a good rank in NEET PG also, and you should also not worry a lot, because as I told, destiny plays an important role, and you will get the right thing at the right time. Don't worry, don't torture yourself. I talked to one of my friends that, are you watching recalls or not? Then that friend said, no, I'm not watching recall, because I do not want to torture myself. So this is a very important thing. You should not torture yourself in these days. Just sit back and relax, watch movies, web series, or whatever you wish to. There are just 6 days to the results, so don't worry about it. Don't watch recalls. And I put a poll also in my post section. If you will go, you can see a poll. You can vote there also, that how you felt about the test, whether it was hard or easy or moderate or whatever. But whatever be the case scenario, just enjoy it. Most of the people in the poll said that it was moderate to difficult to quite difficult. It's very difficult. So moderate to difficult was the majority answer. So yes, it was definitely on the difficult side, and we must not worry. We have given our best, and after all, it's all a rat race. Yeah, that's what I think also. It's all a rat race. Finally, at the end of it, these things don't matter much. Once we get into practice or into our jobs, then our skills would matter. And many there are many factors that would matter. But cracking exam and all, and getting into it, is just part of the whole system and whole process. So it is not everything. It's just a rat race, and we all are rats fighting for it. And so yeah, we must not torture ourselves. It's the final message which I want to give. And hope you like the video. If you like the video, then like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.